All right, good morning. Let's get my camera open here. All right, today, this is my real fancy way of showing that this video is going to be structured. And I actually put some thought into how I would present this to you. Okay, so this one is going to talk about searching properly because, believe it or not, there are good ways of searching and also ways of searching that will drive you crazy and you'll never find anything. So I'm going to get into some good detail there on the searching and what good ways to do it and ways that will, make you want to quit. And then I've never talked about barcode scanning before in any of my videos, but it's a good time to do it now to show you, if you do use it, what to do and how to verify that your entries are correct. It's going to be really important that you do that. And then the almighty third, creating a custom entry in your customs and faves. Okay, so I've got a couple of items here that I use a lot. These are some of the most widely used things that I have in my database. We have some baked Cheetos and some Nando's sauce. If you've never tried this, I highly recommend it. It goes good on everything, and the macros are really good. Okay, well, so we're going to do searching on these two, and then we're going to use barcode on these two, and then we're going to create them custom. So don't mind my dog. She's chewing on a bone right next to me. It's like a coping mechanism. And then here's one of my cats. This is probably going to be a fun video. Okay, let's just get going. Searching proper. Number 1. Okay, let me get into my macros plus. Cancel this, back. Okay, so we're at the main menu. This is where we always want to start. Let's just immediately eliminate the search right from the main menu. This search, if I type baked Cheetos, it doesn't even come up at all. So, and then the same thing happens with Nando's. Of course, Nando's is not as widely used as baked Cheetos, but so as you can see, the search from the main menu is useless. I do believe that this is an issue with this app, so I would just pretend like it's not even there. So that would save you a lot of hassle. But if you do need to search, like if you're going to estimate something, which we want you to try to minimize how many times you do that, you can search by brand or type. So for example, I'm going to go to the by brand folder. Think of these as folders. We're opening a folder. Then you have a lot more folders in here. So it's just think of it as a folder structure. So back up. Sorry, I'm making you dizzy. Back up at the top here. This search is okay. You can search for the brand here. So like the brand, if the brand was Jif peanut butter, you've got some Jif selections here. You've got Cheetos. Here's Cheetos brand. We're looking for the baked Cheetos. Okay, so I've opened that folder. I found the Cheetos folder. I opened it. Now I've got a whole mess of things to choose from here. Now, just what I want you to keep in mind is people like you and me have created these. Humans have created these. That means humans are creating them incorrectly too. So let's use this as an example. The only one I see here that's actually baked is the one at the top. So let's look at it. Okay, right off the bat, there's a problem here. It's been created by pieces. So, and if you know anything about Cheetos like I do, I'm a connoisseur of the baked Cheetos. Not all pieces are created equal. So there's a problem with this. We want it to actually say grams here, 1 gram. That's what we're looking for. This one doesn't. But what if, let's just now take a look at the package together. Let me minimize this, go to the camera. Okay. Okay, so what we're actually looking for, they have created it based on the pieces, which is a roundabout. It's kind of an average of how many pieces it would be if it were 28 grams. But these are often incorrect. These are just guesses. So this is why we tell people one serving is 28 grams. On the scale, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 28 grams is going to have 5 grams of fat, 20 carb, 2 protein. That's what it should say. So I am just going to do a little test here on this item in my Macros Plus. I'm going to pop in 34 pieces based off of what the package says and see if it matches up to what the label says. That's how we create entries. So I'm going to just tap the blue one piece and type 30, I think it was 34. Yeah. So that's right. If you type 34 pieces, it has 2 protein, 20 carb, 5 fat. So technically the entry is right, but we haven't verified this by weighing the 34 pieces. So what if you weigh the 34 pieces and they weigh more than 28 grams, which I bet you if we did that, it would weigh more than 28 grams. So we don't want to use that, okay? So we're going to back out of here. Back. Now, the next piece we're going to do here, according to my little 3-step process, is look at the, excuse me, I almost coughed, the barcode scanner. We're going to do this for both items that I have here. So let me open barcode scanner. Now let's just check this. Barcode scanner is fine to use, okay, in general. But if you are going to use it, you need to verify once you scan it and it finds an item, you need to verify it's right. To verify, as you can see, whoever created this used grams, which is what we want. Yay. Now, is it right? So let's check. So to check it, let's tap on the little blue 1 gram and type in 28, because that's what the package says. 1 serving is 28, then this should match the package. 2 protein, 20 carb, 5 fat. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So this is a good, it says, how are these barcode results right here in the middle? I'm going to give it a thumbs up. This is good. Okay, you don't have to do that. So this is a good way of using the barcode scanner. It worked. So all we've done is just check if that entry is right. Now, if I wanted to log it, obviously we'd click this little check mark towards the bottom where the numbers are, and it would add it to your day. You can swipe left here to get rid of the menu, and there is the entry for 28 grams. Now, what if I had 20 grams? Well, I would just edit this, go back and type 20, and it will give you the increments for only 20 grams. Or what if I had 50? That's not bad for 50 grams of Cheetos. Anyway, so that's why, using the grams is easier. In the past, people are logging pieces and slices and things like that. It doesn't come out exactly how it should. Okay, so moving on here. Now I'm just going to delete this. I'm not going to have these right now. The last piece for baked Cheetos is to create a custom entry. So let's say for grins, the barcode scanner yielded us no result. The search yielded us no good result. Now what? Well, then now it's time to get comfortable creating those custom entries. This will only take about 10 seconds, maybe 15 if you're a slow typer like me, or if you mistype the names or something and need to correct it. That's why it would take longer. And as you can see, we're already, I don't know how many minutes into this video, and if you had done your searches and you'd use a barcode scanner and say the barcode scanner was wrong, then you'd wasted several minutes of your day just Oops, looks like I lost my recording, so I had to start it again. And then I will splice and merge these videos together. Okay, back to this. Anyway, and this is why we do barcode scanning this is why we create custom entries. So, continuing on here, to add this custom entry, there's that add custom food at the bottom. All right, and then the food name here is baked Cheetos. Baked Cheetos. I'm not going to put a brand. You can. It's just waste time to me. So on the package, as we've seen, it says literally, let me just go back to the camera. This is the only pieces of information we need are the serving size in grams, fat, carb, protein. That's it. That's it. Those three. You don't need the calories. You don't need those. Just listen when I'm saying this right now. Don't put the calories in. The system does that for you, okay? Fats, carbs, protein. That's my cat's tail. Okay. Embarrassing. Okay, so 28 is the serving size. And then, look at that. The name says milliliters. Well, what do I do? Freak out. No, I'm just kidding. No, just put your cursor there and then backspace. Just delete whatever. If it's not right, just delete it. There's no drop-down menu here. You just literally type grams. Cool, that's it. Now, the three pieces, I'm going to click on the fat line and put 5, carbs 20, protein 2. That's what the package says. Done. Save. Boom, you've created your first custom entry. Now this will live in your customs and faves for life. Do I want to add this to my log? Not right now. Not right now. So where is it? All right, let's click and open the folder called customs and faves. Let's jostle the menu down just a bit to get the search to pop up. And this is another search that works fine. Baked Cheetos is right there at the top. And it defaults to 1 gram like it should. So if you only have 14, then you can enter 14. If you have 50, it's up to you. Okay, so that's those 3 things for the Cheetos. Get rid of that loud package. Okay, next, let's look at the Nando's. Okay, so we're gonna search for it. And then we're going to do a barcode scan, and then we're going to create it. So this is really just educational. You don't need to go through all 3 of these, things each time. In fact, most of the time I'd just say go straight to the custom entry and just don't even search. But searching is fine, like I said, as long as you're doing it proper, and barcode's fine as long as you're verifying. So those are the key things here for you. Nando's sauce. Okay, this is what we're looking for. This one's in milliliters. Aha! It's different from grams. That's because it's a liquid. It's considered a liquid. On the scale, the milliliters won't seem very much different than grams, but just do what the package says. Milliliters here. 4 fat, 2 carbs, 0 protein. Again, these are excellent macros for this sauce. And the sauce is pretty good. Okay, just want to talk about my sauce. Okay. All right, here we go. We're at the front page. Once again, this main search is useless. Nando's, nothing. Spelled it wrong. Nothing. That's why we don't use that one. It's useless. So back up at the main menu. Let's go to brand. Jostle the menu down so you can bring up that search. You're in a folder structure now. So now that we've opened that folder structure, let's search. And see, this is why searching is crap, because if you misspell stuff, you're just wasting time. Nando's, I see it here. There's Paranese. Yes. Ah, look at that. There's an entry there, but it is for 1 teaspoon. The package doesn't even talk about teaspoon. Let's look at it. What I thought would happen is that it would default to 1 tablespoon, but the person that created this put it as 1 teaspoon, which is totally wrong. Now you would have to think about the conversion from 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, and then conversion again to milliliters. Nobody wants to do that. You could just save all your time and create your own entry. So you don't need to think about math and conversions. That's why we create the entries, is so that you can just create it custom and then use however much you want. And you don't have to verify anything, and you don't have to worry about conversions. So this is a, excuse me, still getting over a cold. This is literally just, it's wrong. So it looks like she, it could have been a he, they, about 3 teaspoons would equal what it says on the package. But you don't need to, you don't want to have to think about that. So I'm going to swipe down and get rid of this screen. You can swipe from the very top where that white bar is above where it says breakfast. Take that and just swipe it down. Gets rid of the menu. And then I'm going to use the back arrow, go back. Now let's just go ahead and say our search was useless, and let's try the barcode scanner. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Same thing, it comes up with the teaspoon. So how are these barcode results? Thumbs down. Bad. Don't want that. So again, I'm swiping down. I'm getting rid of that. The barcode scanner yielded us nothing good. We found it, but it's still in teaspoons. So that's not good. Now, based off of the package, the best thing to do here is just create a custom food. So add custom food. Nando's. See, here I am spelling things. Nando's. I always do that. Size, serving size, 15 milliliters. So 15 goes here. And then the name, backspace. And then type milliliters. It looks like there's a little menu out here to the right with the 3 dots on the serving name. If you click that, it does give you some options. But I would just say most of the time, you're 99.9% of the time, we want you to use milliliters or grams, one or two. As you can see, milliliters aren't here. That's why I'm telling you just to type. Just type grams, just type milliliters. Don't make it more complicated than it is. Just type it and practice it. Okay, from here it's just the 3 things: fat, carbs, protein. And there's only 2 of those. On the package it says fat's 4, carbs are 2, there's no protein. So we're done. That's it. Save. So if I hadn't been talking for like forever, we would have already been done. Do I want to add this? Not right now. All right, so where did it go? Let's go check. Customs and faves. Jostle the menu. Nando's. Here it is. Click it. All right, if I only want to have 6 milliliters of it, then I will log 6. If I want the full serving, log 15. If I want more than that, then 25, whatever. You get to choose. So this is what happens when you create a custom entry. It works really well for whatever just about increment you want. So you're not thinking about tablespoons and 1.5 tablespoons and teaspoons and whatever. It's exact. Sorry about the dog. Anyway, so we've wrapped up essentially what we need to talk about here. To just overview of what works and what doesn't. Searching. If you search from the front main menu, you'll yield nothing most of the time. And if you do find stuff, it's probably not accurate, and it'll make you pull your hair out. Barcode scanning, you can use this, but you need to verify the results are correct. So once you do that scan, check against the package with a serving size and make sure that it matches inside the app against the label. And then the almighty create entry, custom entry, works for everything, and it'll save you time, and you don't need to waste time searching or doing barcode and then doing this. I suggest just going straight to the custom entry. Save the time, save the hassle, and then your life will be easier. The last thing that I didn't put down here was, and I've talked about before, if you do have something that perhaps doesn't have a label, like a package of meat or something from the butcher, you can always use the Macros Inc. branded foods. There's a whole list there of I can't think. I just had a brain freeze. Back from here, let's just go look at it so I can actually talk about it by brand. Okay, click that, open it. At the very top here, there is an item, a folder called Macros Inc. If you open that up, you have a whole ton of basically whole food items. So it's generic bread, generic beef, and all of the different leanness increments. And you have cheese, chicken, you have cooked versions of these, you have raw versions of these. These are all out here for you to choose from. You know, fish, eggs, it's all here. Fruit, vegetables, just about, for the most part, and at least on the American side, there's a lot of your whole food items here that you can use. So utilize this. If you don't, if you have something, so even your alcohol's here, back to the main menu. I'm just telling you here that if you don't have other options, like something with a label to use, then unlabeled items, the first thing you want to do is check the MI brand and see if it's in there. And then the second is if it's not in there, then we want to look at in USDA. That is your main source of information where you can get macro information on unlabeled items, okay? So hopefully this helped, and I'm sure it's long, but you can watch it on 1.5 times the speed and get through it a little faster. So have a great day. Subscribe if you want to.